Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Calathis. Fournier covering. Clock at 4. Pure from three-point range.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Count it.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to Korkmaz.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's the pick. Brown inside. Clock is at 3. Shot on the wing. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Yeah, guys, Coach mentioned how Domantas Sabonis can be a game wrecker in the paint. Coach told me we need to get big bodies on Sabonis and force him outside, make him move around. We need to knock him off the blocks if we can. So it sounds like the defensive game plan may revolve around Sabonis, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Here's Korkmaz. Right wing. Fires for 3. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Now, here is James. Drives to the hoop. And slam dunk by James.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
On target from range. He has 6.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Check by James. To halt the run. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And so he makes both from the line. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Fall.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Papanikolaou to the left side wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Vezinkov. Hauled in by Brown.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Papanikolaou. Tipped. Here we go. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Check by James. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
54 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the visiting team, trailing by 4, hits a three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Vazinkov, pass to Fall. Check by James. Down low, 5 to shoot. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now, here is James. He's got 5. Brown with a screen. It's Brown on the wing. From behind the arc. The shot that time not on target. James with the block. And they recover it. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They're up by 5. Let's take a quick break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
They set the screen. Here's a Kobo. Hits the trifecta.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Puts up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's Evans. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. He drops it from range.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Here's Matajunas. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Dorsey. No good on the 3. Here's Akobo. He's got 5. They set the pick from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. He has 7.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Here's Dorsey. The rebound by Corneli. Here's Akobo. He has 7. 3-pointer. Drops in the 3.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Looking to end the run, and that one is stuffed right through.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Pass to Diallo. And there's the drive. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Akobo, no good. 1:41 left in the half.
Home team foul. Diallo. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Dorsey. Still no points. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
Diallo gets the bucket.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
1:09 left in the first half of basketball. Out to the right wing. Here's Peters. From outside the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Here's Akobo. Pass to Diallo. Here's Akobo. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Matajunas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Peters. Here's Dorsey, covered by Diallo. And there's the screen. There's the drive. Over to the wing. Here's Peters. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Peters has got 5 points now this quarter. Got it off in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Up 6. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
No matter who makes it, I know all these guys. They're ready.
The final tally of votes soon to come. All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the visiting team.
We need a...
And that is going to do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And that one drops. James attacking. And it's James with the jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Fall. Can't hit that one. Here's Korkmaz. Takes a 3. Connects from downtown. Korkmaz has got 5.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. James with the rebound.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Here's Korkmaz. Fournier covering. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, no good. Check by James. 4-3. That shot is off.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
On the wing, Fournier. Pass to Fall. Check by James. It's not going to go for him. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Kalathis. The offensive rebound. On the wing, Fournier. No points so far.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. From down in the low post, it goes.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Calathis. Puts up a deep three. The shot's good on the assist by James. Calathis has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Vizenkov. Fires the three. He's off on that one. Oh, got a piece of it. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
2 minutes.
Korkmaz passes to James. Brown with a screen. And it's James with the three. James has got 10 points in the game.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Fournier. Here's Fall, and he jams it home with authority.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. And James puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Fournier. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Fournier's got 4 points now in the quarter. Fournier's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. James, left side. Kick out to Brown. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Old team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts up a three. He can't hit that time.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Here's Papanikolaou with the drive, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Pass to Akobo. They set the pick. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep. It's hauled in by Fall. Here's Papanikolaou. And the three off target. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. Leading by 9. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Akobo. Sinks the tray.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Pass to Corley. For three, Diallo fires in the triple.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Diallo's gone 3 for 5 shooting from the floor. To the wing on the left. Peters' shot is good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. And he lobs it up. And here's the fast break. Takes the three. Nails it from 3.
And I'll tell you what, the way they're able to pressure the ball and those quick hands, that's what led to an opening.
And as soon as they got the steal, it was off to the races. This is the aggressive mindset that the coaching staff encourages them to maintain.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Offensive board. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Here's Mata Yunus. Fires for three. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Oh, it's stolen. And they're running. And he's going for the oop here. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. To the right side, right wing. And counted from 19 feet away. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Substitution on the court.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now James on the take and slam dunk by James.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
2 minutes remaining.
To the middle. Here's Fall. And it's good. 2 points.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
James deciding where to go with it. Shot from the wing. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
1:46 left in the final quarter. Check by James. Puts it up from the high post. The rebound by Corneli.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Cuts off the pass. This one for three. Counted from distance. Corneli's got 5 points now this quarter.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now. He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Now here's Diallo. There's 57 seconds left in the game. Clock at 6. Pass to James. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Vezinkov. And there's a pick. James outside. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now Diallo. The three ball. Not going to go that time. Here's Vezinkov. Check by James.
Home team foul. James. First personal foul, first team foul.
And he drops the first.
For the away team. Sasha Vezinkov.
So he gets them both. Here's Korkmaz. Off target. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. This one was a fun one to watch.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Metu. He's out there with Parker. Hernan Gomez out there with Satoransky to the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Calathes kicks to Papagiannis. From outside, off the mark. From downtown, they get it again. Hernan Gomez in the corner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's James. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Papagiannis. The screen from Brown. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. They set the screen. Satoransky gets the bucket.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here is James. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Papagiannis can't hit. Papagiannis has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Pass to Metu. And it's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Puts up a deep 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Here's Calathes. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. He is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor. It is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Pass to Satoransky. The long distance 3 is buried. Satoransky's got his second basket of the night.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Brown outside. Takes it inside, and Brown throws it down hard.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. There's the pick. Here's Satoransky. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. James looking it over. Pass to Brown. The screen from Brown. Over Hernan Gomez. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Papagiannis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Fades and shoots. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
The way this passes to Brown. They set the pick. A 3-pointer is right on target. Brown's got 5.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Calathes. Now here's Brown. No good with the layup. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Fade away. Offensive rebound. Pass to Metu. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Here's Satoransky. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
James, the pass to Korkmaz. No coverage that time.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Medu, right wing, shoots. And it's good off the back rim and in. Here's Kalathis. Here's Korkmaz. Over Parker. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great.
And that does it for the first quarter. They lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's Moniunas in at the center, locking down the middle. They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the power forward. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Team foul.
The visitors on defense, trailing by 2. Corniche, the pass to Moniunas. 5 to shoot. Charity strike shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. They've been trailing for a few minutes here.
But that could change right here.
You've got Diallo, and it's Moniunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. Shots good by Lepro Vidala.
3.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Anderson is out there with Fall, and it's Abrinas in at the 3 slot. Here's Akobo. Hasn't made one yet. Driving inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Second team.
Yeah, nice strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
And he makes both free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Diallo out there at Corniche. And it's Akobo in at the shooting guard. Falls out there with Anderson. And it's Abrinas in at the small forward. Here's Diallo. Makes it off the glass.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
To the wing on the left. And here's Anderson from the arc. Doesn't go that time. Okobo looking over the floor. Good on the 3-point shot. Okobo's got 5 points so far.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And the first one at the line is good.
Number 8 at the line for 2.
Both good from the line that time. They set the pick. Pass to Corniche. Now Moniunas. Here's Akobo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one goes. Count it. 7 points in the game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And here's Anderson for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
In the corner, it's Diallo. Takes the 3. Out to the wing. To the left wing. And he starts out with the miss in this one.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
From outside the arc, Anderson's shot is off. Anderson's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Drills it from outside.
and they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Out left to the wing. Over to the left wing. Corniche. And the three ball is good. Corniche has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 1:09 left now here in the second. Aprinas, the pass to Laprovitola. Counted good.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Pass to Corniche. Shakes him. And here's Diallo. Ball stolen. Here's Corniche, defended by Anderson. Got that bucket in no time at all. Alcobo's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Diallo the pass to Corniche. Diallo is screen on Anderson. In the corner, Moniunas with it. Drills the three-pointer. Moniunas has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play. Right now playing with tons of intensity.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Up 9. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Visiting team, 25. Please direct your attention to center court.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a...
And now as the... And that about wraps.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Here's Satoransky. They've got James. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. And it's Galathis in at the 2.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
They've got Metu. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. Parker out there with Satoransky.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Fader on the way. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pecoron. Satoransky covering. Pass to Papagiannis. Stolen by Satoransky. And here's the fast break. Parker outside. Connects from three-point range. Parker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Brown against Parker. Out to the wing. Pass to Korkmaz. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Brown. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Brown's got 7 points.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
An absolute bomb from three-point range. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Galathis. 5 points in the game. There's the pick. by Brown.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Well, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Korkmaz, covered by Parker. The three kept alive.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
The fader. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the fouls.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And that one falls for Parker. Well, the most important event of the NBA calendar might be in June. And it's not the finals, but rather for so many teams, Brent, the NBA draft.
Well, Kevin, it's a chance for you to set the table for your franchise. What do you want to have for next year? What do you want to have 5 years from now? And so all the work that goes in, the scouting, the intel work, to build up a team where you are making the steps and taking strides to become a championship caliber team, that stuff starts at the NBA draft.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Offline with his three.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Galathis kicks to Korkmaz. 6 to shoot. Brown outside. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The shot. It's hauled in by Brown.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Here's Papagiannis. Sinks the three-pointer. Papagiannis has got his second bucket tonight.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
The shot by Satoransky, no good.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Brown wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got 7 points for the quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
The screen from Brown. Here's Korkmaz. A three-pointer, no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by 14. And fourth quarter. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Corniche is out there with Diallo. Then it's James. And it's Moniunas in at the 5 spot. Now here's Diallo. Not a lot of room. Pass to Okobo. Beyond the arc. Fall with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Fires the three. Corniche with the rebound. Diallo with it. Moniunas sets a screen for Diallo. Good on the three-point shot.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Abrinas, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. James gets the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
To the right side. Pass to Laprovitola. Here's Abrinas. He's guarded by Diallo.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
On to Eunice. It's good on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. A nice shot by Anderson.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Launches from deep. And no good that time. Diallo's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Here's Abrinas. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
A three-pointer is right on target. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's a Kobo on the wing. James launches it. The rebound by Anderson. Pass to Laprovitola. Lets it fly. They get the rebound. Here's Fall. Now here's Anderson. That 3 off the mark. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. On the wing, James. They set the pick. Pass to Eunice. Fires for 3. The rebound by Anderson. Here's Abrinas. James defending. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Fires from way outside. The shot that time, not on target.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Here's Abrinas. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Laprovitola. From past the arc. Corniche with the rebound. Fires away from way outside. Diallo, no good. Here's Abrinas. Five to shoot. From deep three-point territory. Abrinas with a rebound. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Satoransky in at point. Parker defending. Here's Papanikolaou. There's a screen. Oh, wow! Oh, watch out below. Big finish. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Vezenkov from behind the arc. First shot won't go. And we're about a minute into the first. Oh, wasted no time on that one. He's got 6.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Fournier. No good with a layup. Now here's Satoransky, guarded closely. Pass to Metu. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Fall. Here's Vezenkov. Covered by Satoransky. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Fall. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Pass to Metu. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now here's Fournier. Covered by Satoransky. Back to Fournier. To the paint. Oh, deflected. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen. That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Pass to Fall. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
For three, that's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here he goes. 2 points. That one goes. 13 points in the game.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, I have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Vezenkov, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Satoransky with it. Off target from outside. Here's Fall. No points yet. And there it is for him. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Satoransky outside. And he drives in. And he dunks it down.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now here's Satoransky. Inside. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
No good on the 3. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. 3-pointer. Here's Papanikolaou. It's hauled in by Fall. One second left, and he hits the jumper. He has 7.
Boy, I tell you what a well-designed play, executed beautifully, too.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Here's Vesely. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Evans. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but Those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is. Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Pass to Anderson. Can they get it? That one doesn't drop. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago.
Anderson. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. That shot missing. Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him. Sends it home from three-point land.
Hey, in today's NBA game, I think you have to stretch the floor if you're going to be competitive and give yourself the best chance to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vesely. On Friday and then Sunday.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. There's a screen. Here's Peters. Another shot, and it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Down low. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
Here's Dorsey. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Vesely. To the wing, right side. Launches a three. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. A chance here to extend the lead to double digits.
And that would really give them a comfortable cushion.
And he gets it to go. He's got 5.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
They set a pick to the inside. Here's Peters. Anderson covers. Pass to Evans. From downtown, he buries it from 3. Evans has got 5 now.
They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
They need this. And he sinks the layup.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
Here's Dorsey. He has 6. Here's Peters. To the left wing. Stolen. Let's go with a 3. Drains the triple.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Pass to Dorsey. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Second personal foul.
.41 seconds left in the second period. Lets it fly. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
to the middle. Here's Peters. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Anderson for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Anderson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Here's Evans. Hit his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Oh, ripped away. He got it up. No good there. And so we wrap up the first half. They're up by 8. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
31.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix.
All right, fellas. Thanks as always.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Covered by Saturansky. Into the lane.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
We've got Chimezi Metu, and it's Parker in at the small forward position.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Stolen by Parker. To the paint. Tipped. Ball passes to Saturansky. Here's Parker. Drills it from deep. Parker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
We've got Chimezi Metu, and it's Parker in at small forward. And that one's good for Zinkov.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Sinks it from distance.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Here's Papanikolaou. Parker defending. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagrammed.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Saturansky passes to Metu. They set the screen. Fader on the way. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Pass to Fournier. Beyond the arc. And Parker pulls it down. Fournier's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. On the take. And he banks in the layup. 20 points for him.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Now here's Fournier. He's got 5. The 3. Knocks down the triple. Fournier's got 8.
Boy, Fournier is an excellent shooter from distance, and that really helps his team space the floor.
Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Zinkov. There's the drive. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. The first one falls.
At the line for your home team,
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Off the mark there with a 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Fournier for 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Here we go, 1-on-1.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Metu. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
The three. And Parker pulls it down. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Driving inside, and that one goes. Now 10 for 13 on the night.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Pass to Vizenkov. A minute 15 left to play in the third quarter of basketball.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Metu, pass to Fall. Parker with it. 6 on the shot clock. For the tie. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Taking 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
There's the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Parker's got 7 points here in the quarter.
It's obvious they've taken fewer threes here in the second half and are focused on having a more balanced offensive attack.
There's a screen. Here's Vizenkov. They get it back. And Fall gets it to go. Fall's got his first bucket in this one.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lets the three fly. Pure from three-point range.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Covered by Satoransky.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Parker with it. Fires the three. No good. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. They're up by 1. And time for a short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Vesely. Out left to the wing. Here's the pick. There's the triple. No luck on that one.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Here's Papanikolaou. On target from range.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Pass to Anderson. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Knocks it down from distance.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Missed inside. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Team foul. At the line for your opponent. Substitution on the court.
about a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Will it go? Knocks down the long Jays.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Peters. Drops in the layup for two.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Sadaransky. And it's off from three-point range. Sadaransky's gone 2 of 5 tonight. Pass to Evans. They set the screen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The three-pointer off the mark.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
And the bucket is good.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
There's the three. Buries it from three. He's got 31.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Hits the three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
In transition, here they come. Such a wide open look.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Pass to Anderson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Dorsey. Here's Peters. Clock at 6. Pass to Evans. It's hauled in by Fall. The three is up. Unable to get that one. Here's Dorsey. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Anderson gets the bucket. There's 39 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Evans, covered by Sadaransky. Here's Evans, launches it. The shot, no good.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up, W in the bag.
From deep. And so the home crowd treated to a win. A competitive game, you have to feel like this.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got James. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Here's Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. Coathis grabs the board. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Brown. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to James. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. And you take a look at this home team. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they're putting to rest any big concerns people may have had with this team, proving they are truly an upper echelon club.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2, 0.
He hits both from the stripe. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Korkmaz passes to Brown. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Papanikolaou. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pass to Papagiannis. Back to Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Here's Papagiannis. Got a piece of it. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And it's Vezenkov missing. Papagiannis kicks to Korkmaz. On the wing, Brown. Clock at 6. There's the triple. Hits the 3-point bomb.
3 points.
Brown's got 8.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. To the left wing, the 3 ball. Korkmaz, no good.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
The 3. Here's Vezenkov. Outside Fournier. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And it's good on the way-in. Fournier's got his second bucket of the night.
just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Fournier. This one for three. That one's good for Zenkov.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's the screen. Here's Korkmaz. Good on the triple. 8 points for him.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
It's Fournier on the wing. Pass to Papanikolaou. And that one drops for him.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. James kicks to Papagiannis. Back to James. Going inside. Count it.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Here's Papanikolaou. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Here's Korkmaz. There's the drive. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Up 2. The second quarter coming up. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
First personal foul.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The visitors with the ball. They've got Corniche, and it's a Kobo in at the shooting guard. Odin, a screen on Evans. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
It's back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now here's Diallo. D right on him. Lays it up and banks it in.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Evans outside. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Lets it go. The offensive rebound. Out to the right wing. Another shot. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now here's Diallo. There's the 3. Peters grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Buries it from three-point range.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Corniche. Shot clock at 6. He takes it in, and the shot is good. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Now Dorsey. Scoreless thus far. Here's Milutinov. Odin grabs the miss. Here's a Kobo. Covered by Evans. And here is Moniunas. Pass to Diallo. Moniunas sets a screen for Diallo. Wide open look. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Evans, good.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Here's a Kobo. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Evans inside. 8 points for him. Driving in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul, second.
First free throw is good.
At the line for your home team.
And so he makes both from the line.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And it's a Kobo missing.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Here's Peters. Inside. Moniunas with the steal. Pass to Okobo. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Dorsey.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Shoots. They get it back. Unable to get that one. Okobo looking over the floor. And the layup's good off the glass. Okobo's got his first basket of the night.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their sprint.
3-pointer. It's good from long range. And it's a tie ball game.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Evans outside. Count that one. Evans has got 10.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's the pick. Okobo. That's good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
The visiting team, 33.
Thank you for being with us. Now,
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4 slot. Rebounded by Papagiannis. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's James in at the point. There's Korkmaz. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Fournier with the ball. He's picked up by James. Pass to Vezenkov. The trade. Here's Fall. And he lays it straight in.
You know what? You can see there's momentum right now. A nice hustle play there on the glass and the finish.
And they take the lead. He's got 11. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Fournier for 3. No good on that one.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Papagiannis. Shot clock at 5. Launches from deep. Korkmaz, no good. Right side, Fournier for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Fournier's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, look, he's got range. You can't give him any space out there.
Calathes kicks to Papagiannis. Puts up a 3. Calathes, no luck. Pass to Vizenkov. It's stolen by Brown. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
It's a close game here in Chicago. Now James. Back to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to James. Brown's got 11 points.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Vizenkov. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
There's a good screen. Here's Korkmaz. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Stolen away. And they're pushing it up. Here's James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And both free throws good for James. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the 3rd here.
Away team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. Two minutes remaining in the 3rd. 2 minutes.
Here's Vizenkov. He has 5.
I love the intensity dial up here from a defensive standpoint in the second half. Doing a much better job.
Korkmaz passes the ball and finished off by Brown.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Papanikolaou. And it's off from three-point range. They could stretch the lead to double digits.
I mean, which would obviously put them in a very comfortable position.
James kicks to Korkmaz. Drills it from outside. Korkmaz has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Away team foul. James. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for your home team. 0.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:04 left to play in the 3rd. Papagiannis kicks to James. The screen from Brown. James, no good. James has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Pass to Vizenkov. Takes it inside and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Fournier for 3, rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. To the wing on the left. Here's Calathis. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his third assist on the night.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Up by 12. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's a Kobo in at the 2. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Puts up a deep 3. A Kobo. That's good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And it's Evans missing. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for the away team.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Puts it up. Here's Milutinov, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Pass to Peters. Shoots the 3. No good on the shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Covered by Evans. Here's Corniche. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Fires it up. Peters misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And he banks in the layup.
So you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying the international game.
Pass to Diallo. Lets the 3 fly. Fall with the rebound. Diallo's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. There's the screen. Here's Vazenkov. Misses the 3. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's a Kobo missing. Outside Fournier. The rebound by Akobo.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, Don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Diallo's gone 1 of 4 from the field. It's Fournier on the wing, and so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflection because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. Here's a Kobo, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
It's Fournier on the wing. Hands it from downtown. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Fall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul, first team.
And the first one drops.
At the line for 2. Ball.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 16 seconds left in the fourth. From deep three-point territory, Fournier pulls it down. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were.
NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Saturansky outside. The three is up. Hits the trifecta.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here is James. Drills it from deep.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Offensive rebound. And Parker throws it down.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Here's Brown. There's a screen. Here's Korkmaz. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Out to the right wing. Here's Parker. Drop.
Oh, wow. A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Here's Kalathis. Off the window. It's good.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Pass to Parker. From the arc. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far. Parker's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Here's Kalathis. Brown, a screen on Parker. Outside, Brown. Here's Korkmaz. Covered by Saturansky. Here's Korkmaz. Down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Hauled in by Brown.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Kalathis. Uses the glass on the layup.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
From deep 3-point range. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
1:44 left in the first. Here's Korkmaz. To the wing, right side. Here's the 3. It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parker. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parker.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
For three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pure from three-point range.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
1:03 left in the first quarter here. There's a screen. Lets it fly. Brown, that's good. Brown's got 5 now.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Off target from three-point range.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Brown with a screen. And there's James from the arc. Gets the 3-ball to go. James has got his second bucket on the night.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Takes the 3, sinks the tray.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Kalathis, covered by Saturansky. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Check by James. Here's Parker. Three-pointer, no good. Stripped away. This one for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Up by 1. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's a Kobo. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Very few miscues from this team tonight. They valued their possessions and hold the lead, partly because of it. And great job to establish position and square up.
From outside the arc, fires in the triple.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And a miss there on the triple. Here's Mata-Yunus. Pass to Corneli. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Corneli's got his first 2 points.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And he gets that one. Now Diallo, yet to see a basket. There's the screen. Whoa! Ooh, an incredible double clutch dunk.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Knocks it down from distance.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Mata-Yunus. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Over to the left wing. 4-3. Drops in the 3. Give him 8.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
The 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Stolen by Anderson. And here they come. Puts up a three. The rebound by Diallo.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Diallo's got 5 points now this quarter. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
It's hauled in by Akobo.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Corneli. And the layup is good off the glass.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Covered by Diallo. And he goes in for the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. He takes it in, and it's good for 2.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Anderson for 3. Offensive rebound, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Now here's Diallo. The D's right on him. Pass to Corneli. Just 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Here's Matajunas. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
Well, no doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Nice dish, and the layup goes down. 5 points in the game.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Agueron. No good with the triple.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Over to the wing. From the arc. He can't get that one to fall. A deep 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Take a look at the home team. You expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see. Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be. And that's a wrap on.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Willie Hernan-Gomez is out there with Chemezi Metu, and it's Parker in at the 3 slot. Shot's good by Satoransky.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
No good on the triple.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The 3 ball on target from range.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Korkmaz. Driving in, dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here we go, all alone. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Sinks it from distance.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
To the right side. Check by James. blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Here's Calathis. They set a pick. For the lead. And the layup is up and in. Calathis has gotten his third basket of the night.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Shoots a fadeaway. And his fifth make of the game in 12 attempts.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Brown with a screen. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Home team foul. Parker. First personal foul. First team foul.
James, right side. Fires the 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Here's Parker. From outside, off the mark. Here's Calathis. Out to the right wing. Outside, Brown. Out to James. 4 on the clock. And it's rejected. Check by James. Parker, a screen on James. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. He's got 16. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Brown. Here's Calathis, covered by Satoransky. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. Satoransky outside. Check by James. He drops it from range. 19 points in the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Pass to Korkmaz. And a two-handed jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. You got a piece of it. Brown looking around. Here's Calathis. With 1 on the clock. Takes it inside. And it's good.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Up by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got Willie Hernan-Gomez, and it's Parker in at the three.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Akobo. Here's Fall. Outside, Anderson. And there's a pick. Right wing to take the lead. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
They are uncautious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
From downtown, and the three-pointer goes. Anderson's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. To the left side wing. Diallo outside. Here's Mata-Yunus, 6 to shoot. And he throws it down with one hand.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Both teams will make substitutions. James outside. Here's Akobo. Back to James. Brown with a screen. Here's Mata-Yunus. Stolen by Anderson. Out on his own on the break. Let's go with a three. The rebound by Diallo.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
And Brown with the stuff.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Anderson with a screen.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Akobo, and the layup is good.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And down it goes. 2 points.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Now, here is James. Defense right on it. And there's the screen. Shot clock at 6.
And just a great squeeze.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Drains the triple. He's got 25.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. James with the rebound. Diallo on the wing. Pass to Akobo to take the lead. That one is off. Check by James. And here's Anderson. Money from deep.
And great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Brown with a screen. Lets it go from deep. Money. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the break. Here's Diallo. Money.
That's an important bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all. Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the three-point lead. And there's only one option. They need a triple.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from three.
For the tie. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. And so it's a victory for the road team.
that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Dorsey in at the shooting guard. Here's Vezenkov. Satoransky covering. That one's good, Vezenkov.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Pass to Satoransky. Gets the three-pointer to Fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Satoransky covering. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Fall can't hit. To the left side wing. Parker, with no one around, drains the three-pointer.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Here's Dorsey. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Satoransky. To the wing on the left. Fires the three. Fall with the rebound. Now Dorsey. Sinks the triple. Dorsey's got 5 now.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Fall. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Dorsey. He's got 5. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Fall passes to Dorsey. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Fires from deep. Traps in the tray.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle him out of his paint. See how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Parker's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The first one falls.
For the away team.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the 3 off target. Here's Vezenkov. Here's the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Vezenkov's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
From deep, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And both teams here in a nice rhythm offensively. And that really says as much about the lack of D as it does either's O.
41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Fall. Now Satoransky. Drains it from beyond the arc. Satoransky's got 6.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Too open that time, made it look too easy. He's got 12.
They're great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And the three ball is good.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Up by 3. And we'll get the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense. Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Here's Laprovitola, covered by Evans. Laprovitola passes to Abrinas. Chalk up 2 there. Abrinas has got his first points of the night.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Here's Peters. He's covered by Anderson. And the shot goes in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anderson's got his first 3 points of the game. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one at the line is good.
For the away team.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Laprovitola. He has yet to score.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Fournier with the ball. Tries again. The dive for the ball. Here's Milutinov. Missed it, even after all those chances. Pass to Abrinas. 3-pointer. Peters grabs the miss. Fournier with the ball. Puts up a 3. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
From the arc. Sinks the triple. Fournier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Evans attacking, and Evans throws it down. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Anderson's got 9 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Laprovitola, covered by Evans. Laprovitola, no good. .133 left here in the second. Here's Peters. Rebound by Vesely. Here's Abrinas. Pass to Laprovitola. Back to Abrinas. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson the screen. No good with the triple. Abrinas has gone 2 for 5 tonight. Driving to the basket.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. A nice shot by Vesely.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Outside Fournier. To the middle. Here's Milutinov. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot, off to a fast 2 for 3.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
A tight game here in Cleveland. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Peters, defended by Anderson. And here's Evans outside. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Anderson's shot is off. And here's Evans outside, and that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Leading by 3. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The visitors with the ball. 3-point lead. Parker out there with Medu. And it's Satoransky in at the point. They've got Fall. And it's Dorsey in at the 2. Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 14.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Vezenkov. This one for 3. Fall with the rebound.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Satoransky covering.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Pass to Fall. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Satoransky covering.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Fires for 3. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Right wing. Here's Papanikolaou. Drills the 3-pointer. Papanikolaou's got 7. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
There's Satoransky. A 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Papanikolaou. He has 7. Was shot by Dorsey, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Out to the wing. Satoransky looking around. Off target with his 3. Here's Vezenkov. He's got 8.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Pass to Medu. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. No one covering. 20 points for him.
He's just lighting them up in this game. But he's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Parker. And he goes in for the dunk.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Pass to Satoransky. Fades back. Rebounded by Papanikolaou.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
To the inside, Pazenkov. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And to put things simply, this has not been his work.
Really left alone that time.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
1:12 left to play in the third. Hits the three-point bomb.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Satoransky. No good on the three. To the left wing. Good on the triple.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
34 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Satoransky's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Now Dorsey. He's got 7. With the drive and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
All the officials are all over that.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good, Dorsey.
At the line for 2.
And so he makes both from the line.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Satoransky. And nothing is falling for him right now. Knocked loose. Stolen by Satoransky. Here's Fall. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And look at that work inside. Recognized the mismatch and took advantage.
Parker with the steal. For 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
Team foul.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Falls out there with Medu. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. There's the pick with the fadeaway, and right through it goes. 25 points in the game, and he commits the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Evans feeling it out a bit. Here's Milutinov. Here's Abrinas. And Anderson slams it in. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
From deep, Evans. Abrinas with a rebound. Evans has gone 1 of 5 from deep. Anderson wide open, drops in the tray.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Anderson's gotten 5 of his 7 shots to fall. Evans outside, looking to end the run. Outside Fournier. From outside, off the mark. Fournier's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Aprinas. Drills it from outside.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They set the pick. And he dumps it down.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
They get it back. From past the arc, bangs home the trifecta. Abrinas has got 6 here in this quarter.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Evans outside. Fires from deep. The rebound by Anderson.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Vazenkov nailed from three-point land.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Anderson outside. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Anderson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Dorsey. Anderson with the block. A minute 20 left in the game. To the middle. Here's Abrinas, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
To the paint. Pass to Laprovitola. Here's Papanikolaou. Offensive rebound. Here's Vazenkov. From 16 feet away, he can stay. Here's Laprovitola. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From outside the arc, Abrinas' shot is off.
And that's what they teach you at every level. Get a body on your man, box out, grab the board.
And here's Anderson from the arc. No good. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to